Welcome back everybody to the Vintage Sewing Machine Garage YouTube channel, and you are watching as I attempt to salvage parts off of a Singer 66 that I've been fighting with through many videos, and now I think I have access to the screw. Let me show you. I had the presser bar, and you may recall that I removed two bolts from the clamp of the presser bar, and yet it would still, the bar and the clamp move together. Well, I tried just lightly tapping at the very top, right here, and don't you know, it was just stuck, right? It actually would move freely, so freely that I was able to pull it out. I knew you could remove it, I just never had cause to. Maybe you never have either, I don't know. So then I was able to get the bar out of the way and get this screwdriver with my little ratchet, get under there. And don't you know, I have finally gotten the bolt that holds the needle plate down. I've been able to get this off. And now that it's turning, I may be able to use this here. And this one was stubborn. And of course, it was the one that was the most difficult to get to, right? That happens sometimes, but you have to keep trying. I knew that obviously these screws, these bolts, for those of you who are new to vintage sewing machines, so many things are designed to come apart and be put back together. Something many of us don't recognize today with modern consumer products anyway. All right, now this, there we go, and I didn't know if it would be stuck. And you can see the grimy, grungy underside. This will all clean up fine, I'm not worried about it. But it's an original. You can buy reproductions of these. They mostly work okay, but why not have the original? Better quality, and it's free, to me anyway. All right, so what do we have left here? For those of you who've never taken apart one of these machines before, I have to tell you that the bobbin case, it sits right there in the shuttle race area of the machine. And now, if I give you a better angle, you might be able, just might be able to see and I don't know if this is original, if someone had it replaced. It's rare, but if you look, let's see if I can get this to zoom in for you. You will see right there, you can see the red color. There's the red felt wick that was used to keep oil on the race, so that when the bobbin case spun, it oscillates. It doesn't spin 360, but when it oscillates, it can move freely. Again, this is an older design. So what's next? Well, I would really like to have this bobbin case, but in order to have a bobbin case, I have to remove the feed dogs. Unlike many machines that would come after it, where the feed dog is attached with two small screws, no. This feed dog has to come out before the bobbin case, but of course the feed dog is connected down below. So that's what we're going to tackle in the next video. And as you can see, I have been removing parts, salvaging, scavenging. I like the word salvage better than scavenge. But anyway, looking to get parts that I can save from this magnificent machine. And I know, again, as many of you, some of you may be thinking, gosh, you know, isn't there a way to get this machine going, because I've rescued so many? But there are times, and I mentioned this in the other salvage videos of the other machines, there are times when it is actually going to make sense to salvage a machine because we need the parts potentially for others, because those other machines are more easily restored and put back into running condition. And so this is why you can see these parts in here, and I've these little parts here. You can see the spring. Let's see if this spring will come off for me. Now, springs are funny. There we go. It came right off and went flying somewhere. It's actually right there behind me. Now, this spring, whenever you remove a spring, you have to be careful, because springs can easily be stretched or bent or knocked out of shape, and then they don't work very well. But this one came right off. What is this? This is a spring that attaches to this piece. Let's get you a better view. This piece right here, right? But the spring is there so it doesn't, whack into the front of the side of the machine. So that's something I would like to keep. Vintage springs are not only are they specifically sized and designed, they are beautifully made of great quality steel. Modern springs are not, sorry to say. So, hooray, we got that. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to remove feed dogs. Now, I've shown all of you in prior videos how to adjust the feed dogs on these machines. It's not convenient, it's not hard, you can do it. It's kind of fidgety. You really need two sets of hands. I've done it myself with one set of hands, but it can be done. So in the next video, I will show you, we will remove those feed dogs, and I'll keep the feed dogs, of course, but what I really want is that bobbin case. Stay tuned, folks. We're getting there. We're a lot of work, but we're finally making it toward the end of the salvage of the Singer 66. I hope this has been helpful for some of you who've often wondered, oh, what are we doing? How are we going to take parts off a machine maybe you have two. You have a good one and one that's for parts. Some people sell machines for parts. You have to kind of have a sense of how to take them out and do so without damaging them. So that's kind of the purpose of this video series, if you will, and we will see you in the next installment.